Jerry the Panda saves Halloween in the sleepy town of Boo Boo Hollow, where pumpkins glowed under a harvest moon and the air smelled of candy corn. Halloween was the event of the year. Kids dressed as ghosts, goblins, and glittery unicorns roamed the streets, their laughter echoing through the misty night. But this Halloween, something was terribly wrong. The Great Pumpkin Patch, the heart of the town's spooky festivities, had gone dark. Not a single jack-o'-lantern flickered. The candy cauldrons were empty. And worst of all, the legendary spooky spirit, a magical ghost who blessed Halloween with its eerie glow, had vanished. Enter Jerry the Panda, Boo Boo Hollow's fluffiest hero. With his black and white fur, a penchant for bamboo snacks, and a heart bigger than a haunted hayride, Jerry was the town's go-to problem solver. But as he waddled into the town square, munching on a bamboo stick like it was a detective's cigar, even he felt a chill. The streets were too quiet, too dark, too un-Halloweeny. "Great gobs of goblin goo," Jerry exclaimed, his round eyes scanning the deserted patch. "This is spookier than a skeleton at a buffet with no ribs." He chuckled at his own joke, but his laugh faded as a low, eerie moan echoed from the pumpkin vines. Suspense hung in the air like fog over a graveyard. Jerry's best friend, Sally the squirrel, skittered up, her tail twitching nervously. "Jerry, the spooky spirit's gone. The kids are scared, the candy's missing, and I heard a rumor that the ghostly gourd, that creepy pumpkin that lives in the forbidden thicket, stole the spirit to ruin Halloween." Jerry adjusted his tiny witch hat, which he wore for festive flair, and puffed out his chest. "Not on my watch, Sally. Halloween's too sweet to go sour. Let's find that gourd and save the day." Their first stop was the creaky candy shop, where Old Man Toffee, the shopkeeper, was wringing his hands. "All my candy's gone, Jerry. Poof!" Vanished like a ghost in a windstorm. Jerry squinted, noticing a trail of glittery candy wrappers leading into the woods. "Looks like our culprit's got a sweet tooth," he said, winking. "Why did the candy go to therapy? It had too many deep-rooted issues." Sally groaned, but Toffee chuckled, handing Jerry a flashlight shaped like a candy cane. The trail led to the forbidden thicket, a tangled maze of vines and shadows where even the bravest trick-or-treaters dared not go. The air grew colder and the moans grew louder. Jerry's fur stood on end, but he pressed on, his bamboo stick now a makeshift sword. "Stay close, Sally. This place is creepier than a spider in flip-flops." Suddenly, a glowing figure loomed ahead, a massive, snarling pumpkin with jagged teeth and flaming eyes. The ghostly gourd. It hovered over a cage where the spooky spirit, a wispy, glowing ghost, flickered weakly. "You'll never save Halloween," the gourd cackled. "I've trapped the spirit, and soon Boo Boo Hollow will forget all about tricks and treats." Jerry's heart raced. Suspense coiled tighter than a mummy's bandages. But he wasn't just a panda. He was Jerry the Panda. "Listen up, you overgrown squash," he said, stepping forward. "Halloween's about fun, not fear. Let the spirit go, or I'll carve you into a pie." The gourd laughed, its vines lashing out. Jerry dodged, rolling into a fuzzy ball, and Sally scampered up a tree, tossing acorns like tiny grenades. "Take that, you pumpkin punk," she squeaked. But the gourd was too strong, its vines pinning Jerry to the ground. Things looked grim, until Jerry noticed something. The gourd's glow dimmed every time it got mad. "Sally," Jerry whispered, "keep it talking. I've got a plan." Sally, ever the chatterbox, started pelting the gourd with silly jokes. Why did the pumpkin sit alone at the party? It couldn't find its right match. The gourd roared in frustration, its glow fading further. Jerry wriggled free and grabbed a handful of candy wrappers from the ground. He stuffed them into his mouth, chewed them into a sticky mess, and splat! Spat a glittery glue ball at the gourd's eyes, blinding it. "Now, Sally," Jerry shouted. Sally dove from the tree, unlocked the cage, and freed the spooky spirit. The ghost swirled around Jerry, whispering, "You've got heart, Panda. Let's light this town up." With a burst of spectral energy, the spirit zoomed back to the Great Pumpkin Patch, reigniting every jack-o'-lantern in a blaze of orange glory. Candy rained from the sky, and the streets filled with cheering kids. But the ghostly gourd wasn't done. It lunged one last time, its vines thrashing. Jerry, thinking fast, grabbed a giant marshmallow from a nearby candy pile, and stuffed it into the gourd's mouth. "Choke on some sweetness, buddy," he quipped. The gourd sputtered, its evil energy fizzling out, and it shrank into a tiny, ordinary pumpkin, rolling harmlessly away. As dawn broke, Boo Boo Hollow was alive again. Kids trick-or-treated, jack-o'-lanterns glowed, and the spooky spirit danced in the sky, casting a magical shimmer over the town. Jerry stood in the square, bamboo in paw, as the townsfolk hoisted him onto their shoulders. Sally scampered beside him, grinning. "You did it, Jerry! You saved Halloween!" Jerry blushed under his fur. "Ah, shucks. I just wanted to keep the treats flowing. Speaking of, why don't skeletons eat candy? They've got no guts." The crowd roared with laughter, and the spooky spirit winked, whispering, "You're the real magic, Panda." And so, Halloween in Boo Boo Hollow became the stuff of legend, with Jerry the Panda's name carved into every pumpkin as the hero who brought back the spooky, silly, sweet spirit of the season. The town partied till midnight with candy, costumes, and one very proud panda at the heart of it all. And somewhere in a quiet corner of the patch, a tiny pumpkin smiled, dreaming of next year's adventure. The end.